What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Sorry for the 4 or 5 days of delay. I'm currently traveling, so I am now in Florida. I visited my mom in North Carolina past couple days, and now I am with Melody's family, so we're enjoying some time here at the beach in Florida. But I didn't want to not bring you guys updates and things like that. So this video is going to be shorter for sure, but I'm just going to go over where I think the markets is right now. I will be updating things on Twitter, so if you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian. Links for Twitch, Discord, all the other goodies will be down below in the description. And then thank you guys so much for over 1,000 followers on Twitter, 2,000-3,000 plus on YouTube. So I can't thank you guys enough. It means the world to me that a bunch of people are interested in my stupid ass thoughts. So thank you guys, and let's just go ahead and dive in and get started. If we head over here to CoinMarketCap, we can see that Bitcoin's on the rise. We got $40,000 right now, up 8%. We can see the top 10, lots and lots of green across the board. Our total crypto market cap is up from 1.4 trillion to 1.7. Really good. Bitcoin dominance still around 43%. If we look at the biggest gainers, we have AMP up 23%. I mean Thor. So it looks like the tides are turning and everything is swinging to the upside. We just need to make sure that this isn't a fake out and that we're not just going to hit a resistance, keep trending sideways. So we're going to take a look at that today and see where we're at. First off, if we head over to Bitcoin here on the weekly, we can see that we closed above this 20 daily exponential moving average. And one of the most bullish things, if you're really into chart analysis and technical analysis, this is a very bullish candle pattern. We have a very long wick to the downside. We have a large candle body to the upside, representing like a hammer. So it's like hammer. This is a very good sign of a trend reversal and that we would head to the upside. I didn't really look to see if I could find another one recently, but if you look up the little hammer curl, and this is on the weekly, so this is a very macro trend that we would be swinging to the upside. If we were to add things like the MACD on here, we can go ahead and throw the MACD on the weekly, and it looks very bearish. We're well below, trading to the downside, and we might be rounding out here at the bottom. One of the nice things about Market Cypher is it's more of a leading indicator, so it's showing here that based off of current numbers and price action, that we're most likely setting to reverse the trend here in the next week or so. So just something to keep an eye on. The MACD is kind of a lagging indicator, so as we're coming into it, as it crosses, well, it's technically a leading indicator, but this tends to lead a little bit before it. So just things to look out for as far as Bitcoin here on the weekly. Now, if we move into Bitcoin on the more short term, let's just change this one to daily. We can see here, this is the sideways consolidation that we had. Everybody's been talking about the Wyckoff accumulation. I've gone over it several times. I'll just bring it up again just so people can still see that pattern. Tons of analysts have gone over it. It's nothing new. It's just simply when manipulation could be involved, we tend to see a lot of similar signs at the top as well as similar signs at the bottom and in the middle. So if we are truly in a Wyckoff accumulation, when we get back above around 42,000, this would be when we see the signs of strength, and we could be heading to the upside. But just looking here now, we do have bearish crosses in our moving averages, but we are finding some nice potential resistance, and then could turn this into support based off of the VPVR. And we can see that if we take this line all the way across, we're at a top resistance, and we can even see that with this daily wick right now. For me to get really bullish, I needed to get back above these two moving averages, which right now is going to put us at a little bit above 43,000. If we do that, we can see here that this 43,000 is right above this automatic rally we had with the selling climax, and it puts us back above this preliminary support. And if we can get back above the preliminary support, we could potentially exit phase C and enter phase D of a Wyckoff accumulation, and then this is where we would start to trade up, and then phase E is where we would go to the upside. So I'm still waiting on that. This is looking definitely more bullish than bearish now, because we did set test down, we sprung up, and now we're getting back above resistances. We have been on a decline for something like a month and a half, so it's a very good period of cool off for Bitcoin. So right now I'm expecting us to just kind of trade right here, maybe for the next day or so, and potentially even come back down to retest certain trend lines. And we can start adding trend lines kind of wherever you would like, but let's just say we went right here. And the reason I'm choosing this one, and I know there's a lot of lines on my charts, guys, but if we see here, this is starting where our preliminary support was, and you can see how this has been acting as resistance as we come down. We've been setting lower highs on our way down. But right here, we broke through that resistance, broke through the 20 daily, and then actually overcame another horizontal resistance right here. So we're one horizontal resistance away from getting back to where we were to potentially swoop to the upside. So realistically, I think that this is a big move too fast. It always is, and this gets people a huge boner, and then all of a sudden they get wrecked. This is an 18% move in Bitcoin in like 2 days. That's a lot, right? So it wouldn't be weird for Bitcoin to correct right now another 10%, 15 or 6 to 10%, and this is going to bring us back down to this point of control for the last month, and it would test this horizontal resistance, or sorry, just regular resistance, downtrending resistance as support, and then this would be where I would say the best place for a long would be, and is anywhere in this zone around $37,000, and that's when I think we'll start to continue. But this is just me, guys. I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. I'm currently actually still not trading Bitcoin, and I won't until it looks really, really, really good. Because to me, entering a long right now at 40,000, that $3,000 difference in entry price, 6%, 7%, I'm not worried about that because there's still more of a probability that we're going to come down to retest supports than we are to keep breaking upwards right now, even with all the good news fundamentally coming out for Bitcoin, Tesla. If Bitcoin is 50% green energy, they'll use it, whatever the case may be. All of this information, all of this stuff has always been here. It's just speculation and things control the market up and down. So I do think that we'll probably come back down to at least retest the 20 daily somewhere around here. If not, if we do bust up, we just got to build support somewhere along the ladder up. It's just that this seems to be happening pretty fast, and you can even see here on the 4-hour momentum wave, it looks like we are rounding over. So this doesn't mean it's the end, it just means we need to cool off a little bit. So I wouldn't doubt it if the next day we kind of slowly trend down to around 39,000 and build support here, or we actually come all the way down to around 38 to 37 to build the support on top of these lower highs and then bounce up from there. So this is kind of what I'm looking out for. The last week where I haven't been doing videos, not much has happened. We came down to touch down here, which is what we expected. I didn't expect us to go any lower than 30K. We didn't. So let's hope I'm right. If I'm right, this is good for everybody. If I'm wrong, this is part of the probabilities and whole technical analysis. You're not always going to be right. Your goal is to find what's the best, most logical outcome next, and hopefully with enough risk assessment and analysis, you can wage your margins towards the more likely outcome, and you won't lose any more than you always win more than you lose. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to keep an eye out on that. I'll keep updating charts. I'm going to bring my phone down to the beach, so hopefully I can answer questions that anybody has. So, overall, we're kind of in a waiting thing, but when we look at all these positives coming back here, this is really good that things are moving back to the upside. We had a month down. So if you haven't already, you guys know that I do think that we are going to hit 100,000 plus Bitcoin this year. My prediction was actually on my birthday, August 4th. So I thought, why the hell not? Let's just make that prediction there, because based off of previous cycles, trends, how things develop, even when you add in inflation and all this other stuff, I do think that by August 4th, Bitcoin will at least be 100,000, and I personally think that 65,000 will be the floor of the next 4 years in cycles. So, for that to happen, we'd have to be much, much higher. So, hey, I'm just a dude on YouTube. I could be completely wrong, and I'll admit it if I'm wrong. But based off of what I see, that is what I predict, and I'll actually put a video above that goes well into the deep dive on why I think that for Bitcoin. And just to keep this video complete, let's just do Ethereum real quick. Ethereum has not quite broken out of any patterns like Bitcoin. It seems like money is flowing out of these alts into Bitcoin right now to give it more, oomph at this moment. But we can see we're bouncing between the weekly and daily exponential moving averages. We have a resistance, we have an uptrending support. So somewhere in the next week or so, we will see what Ethereum wants to do. If Ethereum can get above this trend line and then actually set a higher high similar to Bitcoin, I will be more inclined to trade Ethereum. But right now, I do think it's still a very, very good accumulation phase. I personally don't think we're going to go below the $1,800 point on Ethereum, even if we were to have a drop down. So, anytime right now could be a good opportunity to buy. not financial advice. I think Ethereum is going to be worth so much more in the future, even though I absolutely fucking hate Ethereum and their stupid ass gas fees and how expensive it is for me to do one fucking transaction. But in the future, Ethereum could be really good. So you gotta have to weigh the goods with the bads and decide from there. And then last for XRP, I just wanted to bring up this quick chart because same as Bitcoin, we're waiting to see what happens. But my goal for XRP is if I can get back above $1, I'm most likely going to start buying in for longs. And what that means is I'm going to go low leverage, probably 2 to 5x, and I'm going to have roughly enough money to buy my position 3 times all the way down to about 50 cents. So this has been my plan for a while to hopefully catch a very big long to $3, $10, maybe even $25. So starting when we get above the 20 daily exponential moving average here, I will start putting in $1,000 at a time, and I do have 20,000 that I am going to put into this trade. So I just want to make sure I don't get liquidated. I'm going to buy my way down if it happens and add to my position up if we can get back above, say, like $1.50. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Again, I'll update all the charts as I go. This one here was somebody requested yesterday. This is just the Wyckoff accumulation from the SEC lawsuits. This is back in December of last year where we had the fall off, where we bounced between horizontal support and resistances. This is where the signs of strength came. We came up, way rejected, got above and stayed above this last line, which is called the preliminary support in all of my charts. And if you go all the way across, you can see that it came down and confirmed that before eventually busting up to where we are now. So in a sense, we are potentially doing the same thing, but I'm not going to feel good about it until we get above this zone and then above this zone. So we'll keep an eye on that, and that's going to do it for this video, guys. Any questions, concerns, please leave them down below. If there's anything I can do for you, please don't be scared to ask, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.